All right, guys, welcome to another harvest and a beautiful sunset setting over everything. Here, let me open the door so that it's not super dirty. It's beautiful out. Great sunset here in Illinois, and I guess technically that sunset over Missouri because those hills over there are actually Missouri. So we're down here on the river bottoms of the mighty Mississippi. Finishing up this field of corn. This is our second largest field of corn with the largest field to go. If we can beat the rain. I can kind of see all this cloud bank over here. That's rain coming. Or it's gonna be anyway. 100% chance tonight, they say. You can see my door is dirty as heck. So, I thought, while I've got a few minutes here, isn't it just beautiful down here in the bottoms? Like we got this beautiful flat land, but we're surrounded by the river bluffs to our east and west, and really when I say surrounded, kind of even like to our north, because this is looking actually due north, and the river sort of cuts an angle through here from northwest to southeast, if you will. So anyway, it's just always beautiful here, and the sunsets are amazing, especially during harvest. So I thought I would do a short video while we're watching some harvest action here. Combine's down there. He'll be coming back this way pretty quick. And that video is on toy prices and custom toy prices. So this has been a really big dilemma for me as we prepare for the fall and winter farm show season. I think a lot of you guys know I always try to make my customs as affordable as possible. I've certainly at times built like higher end customs and excuse me, things like that. And you'll see one or two at my table at most shows, of the $200-$300 variety custom. But for the most part, when I'm building customs, I'm trying to think of like the younger guys, or not even necessarily the younger guys, but the guys that maybe are, I don't want to say just getting into customs, but that aren't looking for that $500 showpiece or $300 showpiece. I want to get it so that people can come in and maybe they don't have a ton of money, but they can still leave with one of my customs at a show if they want one. I just remember there were guys growing up when I was a kid, when I was younger and didn't have much, that were like that too. They would always have some neat but inexpensive things on their tables, and I just always kind of appreciated that. Not everybody's into the $200-$300 toys. Here's the thing: custom prices are going up, and I hate it. I mean, I really genuinely do. But like, if you look back, like when I was young and when I was buying customs and first started customizing, a two-wheel drive tractor was $5, and a four-wheel drive tractor was $10. And then you could go out and spend about $12 in tires, and you could have a completely new looking tractor for if it's a four-wheel drive for less than $25, and that's adding some detail parts and things like that. Those days, of course, are long gone, and I've largely for the last couple years been in the $60 to $65 to $70 range on my customs, but that's gonna have to change a little bit. So mathing it out, which I've really put a lot of pen to paper here lately. Well, actually, I just use a spreadsheet for everything, but you get the idea. So four-wheel drives on average are about $30 these days. Now, I can get them less than that, buying in bulk, buying by the case, but usually after shipping or after me going, my main wholesaler is B&B Farm Toys, so after going to the other side of Illinois to get them and come back, it's about a 6-hour round trip. I basically got $30 per four-wheel drive tractor figured into it. So that's kind of unfortunate. Tires are kind of getting the same way too. Tires have gone up this year. If you're getting like a Chucky's tire or any of the 3D printed tires, they're going up for sure. Adam Sunken Mini Toy Truck and Tractor is still very reasonable on his tires, and I certainly appreciate that, and especially for like my older four-wheel drives. I always use Mini Toy Truck and Tractor tires anyway. But for the newer stuff, I generally like Chucky's Michelin lineup. So if you're gonna get wheels and tires, you're probably looking at another $25 to $30 in cost on a four-wheel drive tractor. So we've got a $30 tractor, we've got $25. Well, you know what? We're up over 55 bucks now. And so you might say, well, you could sell that at $6 or at $65 and still make $10 on it. But when you really put pen to paper, that doesn't pan out at a toy show. See, so toy shows, one of the things you know, every toy show we go to, with the exception of 2, we have to stay at a hotel. So you have that cost. Then you have your table cost. And boy, some shows table cost is incredibly reasonable, and some shows it's getting out of hand. And it's getting hard to justify in places. So you have that cost. Then obviously you have fuel cost. Now we typically don't factor food in for the weekend tour cost for a couple reasons. One, we'll bring food a lot of times to eat at the show, which is super cheap. But 2, we would have to eat anyway. Whether we're at a show or not, you're gonna eat dinner. So we typically don't factor that in, even though that does get factored into, you know, the business at the end of the year. So what does that mean? So $10 a custom tractor, that doesn't cut it in 2023. $10 profit. It just doesn't. So here's probably what I'm gonna do for Dubuque. And if you're coming to National / Dubuque, please come see me at Dubuque. I would really appreciate it. But my plan for that is my 3D printed custom. So we're talking my New Hollands and my Buellers, of which I'm going to have quite a few of at Dubuque. Those are going to be 80 bucks. I think that's where I have to be to make money on them. Ertl four-wheel drives, I'm shooting for 75 bucks. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try it at Dubuque, but I have a feeling they're going to end up in the neighborhood of $80 as well. And keep in mind, that's fairly bare bones. That's like a wheel tire swap, might add some other little details, but that's not going to be like a hood seam filled, you know, full on go nuts with it custom. Just can't do that for that price anymore. And I hate to say it, but those are probably going to be $100+. So I think we're in a weird spot right now. Obviously, there's plenty of money in the farm toy hobby. If you look at auctions and you go to shows, their sales are fine. Like, sales are good. The numbers are good. But expenses are way up too. And so particularly at shows, I think it's going to get pretty tricky. And it's why I don't carry a lot of new in-box stuff anymore, because I can't make it work at a show making $1 or $2 profit on a tractor, especially when you have a dozen other people at the same show selling the same thing. So that doesn't work out very good for me, but fortunately there's a lot of really great dealers that do make that work. So and I get to work with them, so that's how that's going. But anyway, I just thought I'd make a short video on some changes on pricing. Now the good news is my implements really aren't going to have to go up any. Still getting awesome deals on implement tires from Mini Toy Truck and Tractor, and my personal 3D printing costs have not gone up that much. It's enough that on parts and implements I'm willing to eat it for right now. That may change next year, but you know, I'm okay with it right now. So anyway, there's a 9-minute video watching the combine go by, looking at an Illinois sunset and all that. I got to catch this combine, so I need to get going. Appreciate you guys watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. If you made it to the end, let me know down below. Do the like, share, subscribe thing. Hope to see you guys at shows. Hope you're having an awesome and safe harvest if you're farming as well. So thanks guys, have a great day, happy tractor hunting.